Hello, everyone! And oh boy, what I just got for you all. So right now, Invis are threatening to release episode 80 rather soon. But aside from our casual waiting, something much darker appeared on the Skibidi toilet horizon without us even noticing. So our old fellas Zach Dorr, Iron Cameraman, Ibio75, and some others got united once again and shared some very important screenshots that revealed a lot about ongoing relationships between Boom and Invisible Narratives. What we suspected earlier got basically confirmed and turned out to be actually much worse. What Invis stole from Boom aside from his YouTube account. How Boom got betrayed by this company in his most vulnerable state. And what are the consequences of it we're still seeing now? What were the first red flags of Invis's predatory behavior? And what Boom shared with his friends in the private DMs that got leaked by those very friends in order to raise awareness about Invis? So if you want to know the truth about everything that happened, be sure to watch this video to the end where I will explain everything and also share all the necessary proofs. And now, let's jump right into this. So the very first concerning sign signaling about things getting not better after all our reports, but actually much worse, appeared about a few days after I uploaded my last video. Basically, all of our old fellas in Skibidi toilet fandom such as Iron Cameraman aka Armhav, Zach Dorr, Ibio, and many others shared how they got suddenly deleted from the list of Boom's friends on Discord. Never in many years of Skibidi toilet existing such thing occurred, as Boom always valued feedback from his audience and all the fellow creators within his community. He never tried silencing anybody and also barely had any quarrels with anyone, so what changed now? Not to mention that Boom, the person, not the account, keeps being absolutely radio silent. So it is yet another proof that something very concerning is taking place right now. The situation got more clear, but also much more disturbing once Ibio75 published the following message on his social media where he shared such thoughts. Today I found out that Boom deleted Iron Cameraman and Zach Dorr from his friend list on Discord, so I tried to contact him one last time but I didn't get any response. That's when I finally realized that this account no longer belongs to him, but to Invisible Narratives. Because of this, I deleted his page from my friend list and started deleting all of our messages, as I don't like that some greedy company can rummage through my private messages with Boom. It disgusts me. So I logged into our private messages and started browsing through the correspondence. I didn't understand what Boom was talking about at the time, but now I notice a pattern in some of our messages. It looks like Boom has been trying to tell me about Invis's takeover for a long time. I didn't want to share it because it was personal, but now I feel like the time has come. Boom rarely talked to me, but when he did, it was either about spoilers, leaks, troll leaks, memes, or music. He was an avid music lover, so he often recommended songs to me. He also always stood up for the community when someone was beaten or when someone like Nemi was spreading hatred. And we talked about serious things too. And as a proof of his words, Ibio attached a screenshot where Boom had been talking about Nemi's situation, aka the main Skibidi toilet hater who used to spread all sorts of negativity in the past, but now his account got sold out and basically doesn't exist anymore. So in the message that Ibio attached, we can see how Boom was saying absolutely fair and calm words regarding Nemi as a person and the entire situation when he was canceled by the community. Basically, Boom stayed very cold-headed and reasonable, even when it came to discussing such nasty individuals as Nemi, who was a known harasser, borderline hater, and whatnot. This screenshot is a proof that Boom didn't ever pursue any sort of falling out with anybody, even with people he had all the reasons to dislike. So there's no way possible he could have suddenly deleted every other Skibidi toilet creators from his friend list, especially someone like Ibio, who he was always pretty close with. Then Ibio also shared a screenshot where Boom was talking about Dafuqboom channel getting striked from the frauds attempting to steal Skibidi toilet brand. And initially, everyone including me and Ibio back in the day thought these are the guys from the same Russian Telegram mafia who harassed Boom in 2022. But here's what we can see in this screenshot as Boom writes to Ibio. They pretend to be Invis, Dafuqboom will expose it. Hackers that strike me back then were from Telegram mafia, but these are different, though I can't be sure 100%. So basically, this is one of the earliest signs when Boom started suspecting something serious about Invis and them acting very shady behind his back towards his fellow Skibidi toilet creators he personally never had any beef with, but he didn't have solid proofs of it back then, as of 17th of August, 2025. After that, Ibio shared a lot more screenshots where Boom was writing very strange and concerning messages. That seemed vague to Ebio at the time, but now they make perfect sense. For example, the old situation of Garry's mode being allegedly striked by Boom's channel appeared in our mind once again, and now it's 100% clear to everyone that Invis were the one responsible for such ridiculous claim, while Boom wasn't even aware of anything. In the screenshots that Ibio shared, we can see Boom acting surprised and confused about DMCA strike towards Garry's mode, and he was the one suspecting that Invis could have sent it, although Invis themselves claimed otherwise. And in case you guys don't remember, when this whole DMCA ordeal happened, Boom was the scapegoat at the end of the day, and he had to personally apologize to the Garry's Mode creator who inspired his animations in the first place. This situation is one of many examples where Invis's incompetence and stupidity turned some of Boom's beloved creators hostile towards him and the Skibidi toilet brand, while Boom himself never intended any of that to happen in the first place. That is just vile to me. And of course, it's only the tip of the iceberg. In another screenshot shared by Ebio, we can remember the old 0124 situation, which caused the entire fandom to almost explode 1 year ago. Remember that, y'all? Basically, people noticed the following numbers not only in Boom's original ST episodes, but in some of the biggest ST multiverses as well. And of course, everyone was hyped as hell. People had expected something very grandiose, like massive collaboration between Boom and several other multiverses creators like Monster Up, Dom Studio, Maxity, and many more. But at the end of the day, it all turned out to be just a marketing strategy for the new Skibidi toilet toys. And of course, the entire fan base was mad as hell when their expectations crashed. We can see how in the private conversation, Ebio asked Boom about this event personally. I'll be honest, people were expecting a collaboration between several YouTubers on the 1st of October because they saw the date in the multiverses. I think that was the confusion. It's a big campaign, and it sounds like a good idea to send out an epic leak that day to calm people down if they get upset. If you want, maybe tomorrow you can give me some information so I can upload something, and people who are angry can shift their focus to the info and the spoiler you're planning to release. Sales will be high, I assure you. Have faith. But unfortunately, there are many people who don't have the money to buy or can't for different reasons. It would be nice to give something to those people, and they really appreciate information or spoilers. To which Boom simply wrote, "It wasn't my decision and idea, so there's that." As it turned out, this whole one hell of a mess was originally planned by Invis, who spread the 10124 info in the Alliance's Discord, where all the other ST creators were featured, and Boom didn't even approve of such a thing. Why? Because if Invis wants something, they will try to make it happen no matter how ridiculous or stupid their ideas might be. But of course it was Boom who received all the hate for it at the end of the day. Notice a certain pattern yet? Then on December of 2024, Boom started sending very concerning messages and gifts to Ebio such as, "Very disgusting and horrible people entered my life, and I can't do anything about it. I can't really tell who. I'm sorry, it's the devil himself." And at first, Ebio thought it could have been referred to FZCO situation and Russian Telegram Mafia. But oh boy, how wrong we all were. 1 year later on February, Boom wrote even more emotional messages containing the following information. "Nothing is okay, I'm just this close to crash out." And he vaguely shared a definition of crashing out that contained the following sentence. Crashing out means something just made you so mad or upset, you're about to make a decision that you might regret later. Sounds like Boom was extremely devastated with Invis, and was already regretting he ever made a deal with them. The actual devils in the flesh. Boom then also wrote, "Problem is not with people wanting episodes or that striking dude. Problem is people who I work with and who they are. I'm feeling like I'm being scammed, lied to, paranoid, all the time. It's the way they talk, the way they treat things, their prices, their actual means and possibilities. I feel trapped, and I hate that feeling. And people I looked up to in the past are actually people I don't want to work with. It's the closest people in business that affect the most, not enemies, not fans whose patience is incredible. It's not like I never had these convos with them, but it's like talking to a wall, absolutely useless. Just no hope with them." And that's basically the proof that Boom knew that the deal with Invis is going to be a hell's trap for a few years already, but he couldn't share it publicly, and now he's forced to keep being silent too. But thanks to Ebio, all of the info Invis tried to hide still came out to the surface. After that, on 16th of May, Boom asked Ibio what his opinion was about Michael Bay's AI-generated teasers for a Skibidi toilet movie. It turned out even Boom himself had no idea what these teasers referred to and whether the Skibidi toilet full movie was already in production or not. So basically, Boom, the creator of the entire ST brand, didn't even know himself what Invis were doing. Then on 31st of May, Boom posted even more depressing messages on Discord than before. Hi everyone! There are things in real life I'm dealing with that require no postponing. If they were not in the way, episode 79 part 1 would be released as promised. But it has to be delayed just a little, approximately for a week. All animation work is already done. It's only a matter of final rendering, edits, and sound design. There are actual circumstances that can't be delayed. It's involving Skibidi Toilet, though. Then after that, Boom shares the infamous plea for Michael Bay and Invisible Narratives directly, which I talked about in detail many months ago. After that, Invis apparently reached Boom directly and threatened him to remove all of his disappointed messages, and that's exactly what he tried to do later under their pressure. Then, on the 10th of June 2025, Ibio sent a very depressing GIF to Ibio implying he was feeling just awful, and now it's no wonder it can be tied to Invis' situation directly. And in addition to this GIF, Boom also wrote, "I'm just extremely angry at some people who I thought were my friends and partners." 1 month later, Ibio and Boom had quite lengthy conversation in private where Boom expressed even more frustration towards Invis and their shady schemes behind his back. We can see Boom writing the following things to Ibio. "Sup, bro? I feel like you feel bad recently. I hope it's not because of me. There are many things I go through that I can't share, unfortunately. But I promise you I'm not neglecting your friendship. I may not always respond, I do not ignore. Don't feel bad about it ever, man. It's not related to moving countries. That is not confidential info. I honestly have no idea when the episode will come out. This is very confidential. But the way things are going, I'm unable to work on it the way I wanted to. The mood is not good, in particular related to work on Skibidi Toilet. All of that as came to me were not foreseen before, when I made promises. Some things are happening just now, and yet I can't even tell under real circumstances what is happening. When the whole future of ST, my future, all of that at stake. It's the most serious it ever was. Now in the context of the Emergence crappy era and Boom's current radio silence, these messages seem like a horrible foreshadowing of the disaster we all are witnessing right now. And after that, Boom also wrote, "It's awful seeing that I can't share reasons and that people are going mad and disappointed. I have insane amount of urge to tell and I stop myself every time. This has to be the way it is now. I'd recommend you to keep your audience entertained to start analyzing and going through fan-mades as well. I really want only good for you and your channel. And it's a shame I can't help much right now." So in simpler words, Boom was saying, ST is dying, bro, but I can't tell why and at whose fault, but it's breaking me apart. You can analyze different things aside from Skibidi Toilet because it's going to be the only way for ST creators to keep earning money now that Invis has taken over. And it's just breaking my heart, y'all. Boom basically knew absolutely everything for 2 years at this point, and all these messages confirm our worst fears. To tell you even more, Boom wasn't even paid since 2024, including monetization from his own freaking YouTube channel. That's just beyond enraging. I'm so furious, y'all. So what is to be said at the end of this revelation? I'm mad as hell, you all, as well as upset and disappointed. I know that many other Skibidi Toilet creators are basically revolting right now as well. And Iron Cameraman is especially the one who will probably never be keeping silent about this whole thing. This fandom is definitely unstoppable force who will never be shut down by some corporate freaks who are destroying Boom's manually created franchise for their own greed and money lusting. What I also want to mention is that at this point, it's painfully clear that anyone still standing with Invis has chosen to abandon integrity for convenience and financial benefits because the situation is clear as day. I'm not going to drop any names because I don't seek beefs or drama with anyone, but if you know, you know. Those still defending Invis aren't relying on evidence we're all providing, only on hollow claims thrown by Adam Goodman and his corporate friends. The reality speaks for itself. Invis has crossed every imaginable boundary. They show no regard for the community, for Boom, or for any ST creator involved. Their loyalty lies solely with profit. Trying to reason with them has become meaningless, and the only effective response now is a complete blackout of any kind of merchandise or content they'll try to put out. Aside from tearing Skibidi Toilet series apart, I want to also emphasize how they violated Boom's trust and entered his own personal digital life, which is a breach of privacy that should never happen under any circumstances. After witnessing such audacity from Invis, like reading someone's private messages, manipulating their accounts, and erasing their connections, I have no other desire but to keep supporting Boom and telling you guys to think not twice, but 10 times before clicking on anything Invis will ever put out, even if you plan on watching it just once and then leaving with a dislike. What Invis is doing right now is forcing Skibidi Toilet series to collapse entirely under their current soulless management, and push the audience until such extreme limits so that the fans will disappear just on their own. After that, Invis will probably tell their investors some nonsense about YouTube virality not making profit, and they'll sell Boom's entire channel to some content farm or something not much different from that. But we can still prevent that from happening. Be sure to support Zach Dorr's petition, spread awareness of the ongoing situation, and never back down, my friends. If there is anything left to learn from this, it's that fan bases and creators have more power than they think. When a company steps over the line this blatantly, the community response can determine whether that behavior is rewarded or punished. For now, all we can do is stand together, protect the truth, and refuse to let Invis's narrative overwrite reality. Be safe, y'all. Isotoilet out.